Hello, and welcome to Castanet's Week in Review. I'm Brayden Ursel with your top stories from this past week. Water levels are on the rise in the Okanagan as the snow melt in the area has reached its peak. Penticton Dam Manager Sean Reimer confirms water levels are currently just below full pool target levels.
I think I would have been happy if, we didn't get that 10 centimeters of rain, because really it's just caused me to have to increase the outflows probably a little higher than I expected this year. We're certainly not up to any problematic range.
Water levels on Okanagan Lake are rising a little over a centimeter per day. The BC Wildlife Federation says backcountry closures in the wake of last year's wildfires have turned into a free-for-all in the Thompson Okanagan. Jesse Zeman of BC Wildlife says commercial mushroom picking is a completely unregulated industry that doesn't follow any of the rules.
We've had a number of complaints from our members of the public who have been, walking into these areas because they're closed to motorized vehicles, and they're finding people just driving freely up and down all of these roads, and also people driving off of the roads in our forests, which where they're not supposed to be.
BC Wildlife believes the government needs to step up and regulate the industry. A local forestry worker got an up-close and personal look at nature in action when he spotted a moose and its two calves being chased down by a hungry black bear in Maple Lake. Things turned serious when one of the calves fell over, but the mother moose was quick to turn around and scare off the black bear before it could get a hold of the young calf. Bear sightings have been popping up lately in the Okanagan region, so it's important to lock up your garbage and to always be on the lookout when you're out enjoying nature. A car flipped and caught fire on the Trans-Canada Highway in the Monte Creek area between Hook Road and the Highway 97 exit. The vehicle was fully engulfed in flames, but emergency crews were quick to report to the scene and extinguish the blaze. Fortunately, patients in the accident were assessed on scene and no one was taken to hospital. For the first time since 2019, graduates at UBC Okanagan were able to attend their convocation in person in front of family and friends. UBCO Principal Leslie Cormack says it's super important for the students to get back to such a long-lasting tradition.
Tradition is so important. It's what marks our passage through the world, and we've really been in this position for 2 years of not being able to do this. We haven't been able to have the rituals, the celebrations, and somehow that something was missing. And so bringing back this kind of celebration in a traditional way is so meaningful.
UBCO will also host ceremonies for students who graduated during the pandemic. We've reached the finish line for this week's Week in Review. For Castanet News, I'm Brayden Ursel.